It's the roast, wonderfully brined and seared. 2024 is near its end as we're now in December. Another year is officially in the books. Usually, people take this time to make resolutions and goals they're gonna keep for the first week of each new year and forget about them afterwards. But instead of looking forward right now, let's take a look back at the year we just experienced. For one, I came back from an exactly 1 year long hiatus in October. What a coincidence, totally not planned at all. However, my hiatus didn't take away from the fact that I watched a lot of anime. So, in good tradition, I'll share what I watched each season and hopefully recommend some shows in the process, because there's been many hits and many duds. So, let's get it. In order. Here's what I watched in 2024, starting with Winter. We've gotten tournament arc second cores this season, and Mashle is one of them. The series focuses on our main character, Mash. Born in the mystical world where magic and magic users are prominent, he is one who lacks said abilities, so much so that this anomaly is referred to as lack magic. How creative. Mash is gifted, however, in all physical attributes. Physical attributes that fool seasoned experts into thinking it's some kind of otherworldly, unheard of magic. And with the help of a user that tries to kill Mash's granddad, he enrolls into a school for magic in order to become a divine visionary. Mashle is basically a mix of Harry Potter and One Punch Man, except more brain dead. It's even equipped with its own gags, mainly focused on how Mash is gonna tackle each task with no abilities. Most jokes are that setup, with the execution being vastly different. The anime wasn't a popular title since it's a newer shonen airing back in 2023. It wasn't until a certain song was created for the Cour 2 opening that blew up online in January for its catchy Jersey Club beat, earworm chorus and flows, and accompanying dance. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called like Bling Blang Bang Born or something. But it was hands down opening of Winter 2024. Y'all normies are a little late on creeping us though. Should've called him 2 years ago on Call of the Night when it was cool. Because of the massive success of Bling Bang Bang Born, the popularity for Mashle shot up, getting anime fans and non-anime fans curious on what the show even was. I wasn't expecting it to be a worldwide phenomenon or anything, but for what it is, it's very funny and enjoyable. Hands down, one of the most popular manhwa on Webtoon is finally released on Crunchyroll. Solo Leveling. We got the God of High School, we got Tower of God, Noblesse. Now, in 2024, we got Solo Leveling. And just like God of High School, I could not get through it. My attention span has never been shorter watching an anime this year. I don't know, it's just something about certain manhwa being adapted to anime that just doesn't click with me. God of High School had this same problem where they tried to fit so much of the story into 12 or so episodes, and the final outcome felt rushed and like they were skipping story beats that clearly were meant to be important. But with Solo Leveling, it was just so unengaging. 2 episodes in and I was already bored. Maybe I'll go back and try to finish it, but it's not my main priority. Whenever I feel like rewatching it, I'll do so. That's right, baby, Trigger is back. And when they decide to peek their head, they present us with another banger. It doesn't feel that long ago when Cyberpunk Edge Runners was released to critical acclaim. 2 years later, the studio is back with Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi. Originally created by Ryoko Kui, this fantasy comedy focuses on our main group of heroes, Laios, Marcial, Chilchuck, and Senshi, as they enter a dungeon to save Laios' sister, Fallon, from the Red Dragon. Also, as the name suggests, it's centered around cooking, and in many ways the group consumes monsters. Very easy to follow premise with fun and enjoyable characters and amazing looking food. I didn't think it was possible to make monsters and animals look appetizing, but here we are. I mean, like, you know, animals that aren't really like supposed to be eaten or aren't universally known to be eaten, if that makes sense. It kind of reminds me of a toned down, realistic version of Food Wars, but in a fantasy setting. And of course, since it's Studio Trigger, you get outstanding art and expressive animation. The amount of times they eat each episode gives off the vibe of a Nickelodeon cartoon, and how each one episode can be split into two 11-minute segments. You can tell the creator is either a foodie or loves to cook and wanted to creatively portray that in manga format, as there was a lot of thought put into each new dish. And not only do that, but make it look appealing at the same time. I love to see how some of the food looks in the manga to see if there's an insane difference between that and the anime. I'm a little late, well, not a little. I'm a lot late to the party with this, but I see now why Dungeon Meshi picked up so much steam. So if you're looking for something fun and easy to watch, I'd recommend this anime. Back in 2023, I made a video solely talking about romance shows and how I wanted to try and delve more into that specific genre, which you can watch right there, shameless plug, click that card. And the outcome was me finding some amazing stuff that year, which is great because in terms of visuals, romance anime has some of the best art styles and look the best out of all genres. Yes, even better than shonen. Go argue with a wall, I said what I said. Here's a New Year resolution. Stop just watching and reading shonen and thinking it's the best thing since sliced bread. I remember seeing trailers for an upcoming slice of life romance that immediately caught my eye thanks to how beautiful it looked. But I pretty much forgot about it until writing the script for this video. That series being A Sign of Affection. The story opens with our main character Yuki on the train. She's on her way to school. College school. Already a +1 for focusing on adults here. On this train ride, a random guy comes up to her for directions. There's only one problem with this though. Yuki can't hear him. What do you mean, why can't she hear him? Cause she has congenital hearing loss. No, that doesn't involve genital. She's deaf. She's deaf. So anyway, now that it's been established that she's deaf, another guy walks up and helps with Yuki's problem. Itsuomi, a guy who attends the same college. Immediately, she falls in love. Yuki's friend Frieren has a crush on Itsuomi's cousin, but she always gets nervous when talking to him. So the two girls help each other out and go to the guy's bar to get their crush's contact info. The two succeeds and the rest of the season revolves around Yuki's world with her condition and not letting that stop her from broadening her horizon through Itsuomi. It goes without saying, but the anime looks stunning. I've never heard of the studio prior to this series, so if I went into this blind, I wouldn't know what to expect. But the visuals were the initial draw for me, and that goes for the character design as well. Maybe because this is a shoujo, so it's most likely drawn by a woman, but I didn't think it was possible to have a world where every character is attractive, even the guys. Like, if I was Yuki, I would fall for Itsuomi too. It also doesn't help he has one of the cheat codes the cute anime guys. White hair. Yuki is adorable and is a great main character to follow. Ren is fine as hell, sleeper waifu of the season. And I love their chemistry. Cute characters, cute interactions, cute story. This is also a drama, but due to me just now watching it, I haven't reached a dramatic plot point just yet. I'm still very much in the honeymoon phase of the show, but if you're a fan of romance anime and haven't watched The Sign of Affection, give it a try. The Dangers in My Heart was a series that I found last year and talked about in my Slice of Life video, which you can watch up there if you want to. If you didn't see that video, which judging by my recent subscribers, that's most likely the case, the beginning of season 1 didn't really click with me. I wasn't vibing with it, but it didn't stop me from pushing through as I saw the potential in it. And I'm glad I did, because it did turn itself around as the story progressed. And we got to see Ichikawa open up and show his true feelings for Yamada, ending the season on a really high note. And season 2 gets more into how Ichikawa and Yamada truly feel about each other. We even get a confession from each person? What the fuck? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no blue balling with the love here. Boku Yaba gets straight into it. I've been reading current chapters as they're releasing in Japan, and boy oh boy, anime only fans have a lot to look forward to when season 3 gets announced. And I can't wait to see those moments animated as well, cause it gets steamy for the two leads, that's all I'll say. Continuing with the slice of life romances, we have Hokkaido gals are super adorable. You niggas thought I was joking about watching more romances, huh? Tsubasa moves up north to snowy Hokkaido from Tokyo, living with his grandmother. He meets a cute gyaru named Fuyuki, who is waiting at the bus stop. The two end up talking, and it's revealed that Tsubasa is going to the same school Fuyuki goes to. Not only that, but they're in the same class together, sitting right next to each other. Because of this, their relationship deepens, and as he's introduced to more gyarus in the area, he realizes just how adorable Hokkaido gals truly are. This anime flew under the radar, and I only heard about it from a YouTube ad, believe it or not. but it was a cute little comfort show. I did read ahead of where season 1 left off, and I enjoyed what the manga had to offer. What I will say is that the manga art style did get insanely nerfed for the anime. It's way more stylized, whereas the anime just looks like your average run-of-the-mill production. A little critique of mine, but that doesn't take away from the content. It's not doing anything out of the box, just your typical slice-of-life romance. Regardless, it's still an enjoyable watch. Oh man, in terms of anime that showed huge promise with its trailers, Ninja Kamui had the anime community by the fucking nutsack. This was the first anime from Studio E&H Production, founded by Sung-Hoo Park. If his name sounds familiar, he was the director of The God of High School, Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Story aside, for better or worse, these series showcase sequences of gorgeous action and fighting animation. So when I heard about Ninja Kamui and Park's involvement, I, along with the anime community, was amped to see the final product. And then, the anime dropped. I haven't seen a show this year drop the ball harder than Ninja Kamui. It seemed like everything was going great for the first couple weeks. Then good old CGI came and fucked the whole thing up. After that, it went downhill with no prize at the end. Side note, have you seen those videos where niggas roll downhill for cheese or whatever? I know Speed did it one year, but I definitely did hear about it being a thing way before. I don't know, just something really interesting I thought I'd bring up. It seems like anime produced by Adult Swim couldn't catch a break this year, and the state of the animation industry on top of all of this doesn't make it better. Thanks, Zaslav, you truly are a great businessman. I say that with the meanest sarcasm imaginable. Surely this won't happen a second time. I mean, we're mature enough to not make the same mistake twice, right? 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 Oh, no. The OG waifu is back yet again with season 2 of the Urusei Yatsura remake, and just like the first season, no one was talking about it. So many people go on and on about waifus, but didn't even watch the show that started it all. You ungrateful peasants pushing respect on Lum's name. Without her, waifus wouldn't even exist. There'd be no Faye Valentine, Android 18, no Bleach Girls, Tamari, Michiko Melandro, 02. Need I say more? I mean, I can, but this recording is already getting long enough. In this current climate where entertainment is very much nostalgia driven, it's nice to see at least one remake that's just as good, if not better, than its predecessor. Hollywood, take notes.
What is that?
How the second season ended, I'm not sure if we'll get an announcement of a third. Whether we get one or not, season 2 ended off on quite an emotional note. It felt like a send-off more than anything. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, more wacky hijinks with colorful, likable characters, fun performances, and more reasons to why Urusei Yatsura is such an iconic property in the first place. Rumiko Takahashi just doesn't miss, bruh. She's like the female Tezuka with the amount of manga she's made, and they're all bangers. Urusei Yatsura, Ranma Half, Maison Ikkoku, Inuyasha. If we were to hang mangaka's pens in the rafters like jerseys, hers would be up there for show. I know the Ranma Half remake is airing now, but I would still say Urusei Yatsura is the one I prefer more. So if you're currently watching Ranma 2024 and are enjoying it, you'll definitely vibe with Urusei Yatsura's remake. The top anime on my anime list, Frieren, is back with Cour 2. It still blows my mind that a brand new series dethroned Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood with just its first half of episodes. If that ain't recency bias going to work, I honestly don't know what is. Frieren took the world by storm last year, quickly becoming a popular series, airing alongside heavy hitters. And now we have the official tournament arc. Yeah, Cour 1 was just the build-up, which says a lot because for a show that relies heavily on past memories and flashbacks, they need to be insanely well crafted to keep people invested. We know the human attention span is getting shorter and shorter, brain rot is increasing. Luckily, that wasn't a problem. I would go as far as to say I might prefer Cour 1 a little more than the second Cour. Not that the exam arc was boring, because it was far from it. In terms of action, the exams is where the animation had a chance to shine with the different fights and magic used. We also were blessed with U-Bell, so everything else doesn't matter. Also, U-Bell underarm. More content for all you gooners out there. If you couldn't already tell, 2024 was off to a bit of a slow start with anime. Most of what I've seen were continuations of shows from last year, with a handful being original. And of course, there's a lot I haven't seen or didn't finish, like Apothecary Diaries and Undead Unluck. I still need to get back on those two. Come on guys, give me a break, I'm just one person. There will definitely be more series covered next week when I talk about spring. But yeah, that's what I watched winter 2024. Based on each show, which one piques your interest the most? Which series do you recommend I go back and watch from that season? I feel like I covered about everything, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below, and if you rock with the video, leave a like and subscribe. Till next time, deuces.
I don't need no one else.